Hello guys, this is OptiChillcode. It's chill code, it's not vibe code. And I'm gonna try some random thing again in my channel. I mean, this is like Opticode, but it's like a spin-off. I don't know what to do with this. I just wanted to give me some short motivations to code random stuff. And it's gonna be a more random thing where I'm certain times, maybe for just 1 hour, I'll just grab some random code and start doing something. Maybe something I was working before, maybe even some lesser known things, some not central project or anything. Just chill and code. I guess I will see how it goes. This is episode 0 and it's not gonna have a specific theme. Just do something for a short time and maybe talk about things and I guess quit. And I will see what to do. I'm just putting this music in the background. I was playing Test Drive Unlimited a lot recently. And there were some chill, ambient chill tracks which I think are suitable, but I might have to find other solution. Like, I don't know if this is... I'm not monetizing my channel, but I don't know if this is okay. Just for fun. And not sure how it will work. I think I'm gonna do that Sunday, maybe Tuesday and Thursday for an hour, maybe half an hour. The thing is, I will know if I went too far because this soundtrack is 1 hour. And probably I'll continue coding something that I left. I was outside in the city in a cafeteria with my laptop coding and my laptop battery died and I was in the middle of refactoring something. But it's not here. Maybe I could code and not talk much, because that disrupts me. This is the software engine I was making with the particles. Oh, it's slower than... Maybe because I'm recording. Definitely because I'm recording. Ah, because I have the armadillo. This is where my software engine is right now. I can pause the particles. But I wasn't working exactly in this engine. So maybe what I do will be boring, but chill code will be random. I could be even making a chill code where I search on my projects files here and open some code and like, what is this? It's gonna be like that. It's gonna be like chill back and, you know, hang around and maybe code something. I think I need to fix the thing I was working before. Now I have this one. This is a bit... This was a fork of the Bugo engine. I was going to repurpose it for some secret CPC project where I want to render something and extract the data, extract pre-calculated data for other things. but maybe the music is too loud and it definitely disrupts me. Even if I have put it very low here. Yeah. Yeah, that's some crap I was trying to do before. I wanted to extract some values from left edge to right edge of a single polygon to get values on the CPC and try something without having to build the whole engine. But now I was doing something else that I'm planning to do this and port it on the other engine. It's a massive refactor. And I have no idea what's going on. Because I changed a lot of things. I decided to have triangles and quads in my engine. The Bugo engine that was the Bugo engine. I say indices, polygon indices. And I have poly index, and when I say poly I mean triangle. But now for some reason I want to have quads too. So this is which is the... It was a fork, but a much older fork, which I also need to update if I want to make these changes and pass them back. When I call the constructor, I'm passing vertices, lines, triangles and quads. Now most of the stuff will pass vertices, lines, triangles and 0 for quads, because the old code was only generating quads. I want to do that for various reasons. One was to extract something for the CPC much easier. I just wanted to extract stuff from a single quad, and I was trying to extract it from two triangles, which should be easy, but then I realized something else in my main engine, and some cases where quads would be a benefit. Normally I wanted to keep on triangles to keep simple, but so now we're passing both. I want to have unified polygons which can be either triangles or quads. Now I have a unified index, poly index, could be 3 or 4. And the poly data. And now the poly data has also the number of points, which can be either 3 or 4. During the refactoring, which I haven't finished, makes some things nicer in a way. And I access this and all the data are close. And I also move the normals. The normal used to be... Now I have the vertex normal separate. I used to have polygon normals for the flat shading. So anyway, the thing is now in the renderer, I'm saying the only negative is that I will have to check again and again per polygon if the num points are free to draw triangle, else I will do something in the future. But right now everything is a triangle. And when I run this, I had an object below me. It's not even in front of me. I have removed most objects for a reason. Okay, let's make lines maybe. Yes, there it is. It's a single quad. So I should see it if I move my mouse down or up. Up because I like inverted. But I'm not seeing it here. And we do have to see why. Maybe this value is not passed, the number of points. Yeah, it's not initialized. I thought I did. That is funny. Now, I have something that is new in the new engine. I wonder how chill it is if I'm streaming. I think I'm gonna tell stories. Because when I'm streaming, I'm not chill. Oh, previously yesterday when I was looking for music and by the way, test drive is so fun. Even the PS2 version. The PS2 version is different. I'm sitting on my couch now on my PS2 and I'm playing all the events. I have the club events. I just finished the main stuff, and there are the club events. I play offline, not online. Servers don't work anymore, they are closed. I know on the PC, Test Drive Unlimited 1 and 2. I don't know about 1. There are modders and there are people maintaining the servers because the official servers are off. But I'm playing on consoles now. When I'm not in front of my PC, when I want to relax. So the rule is the chill code, when this goes over I stop, no matter what I do. I don't make a video that lasts for 2 hours. And I can continue, if I was in the middle of working something I can continue with. And that might be motivating me to have few chill moments to chill, I say that all the time. Outside of the regular times where I'm trying to push myself to finish certain projects. I can just jump into things for an hour. There are days when it's not weekend, I finished my daily job and I don't feel like coding even for an hour. Because there are a few hours in the evening. Unless I go out in some local cafeteria with my laptop and get into the mood. But I don't want to always do that. I want sometimes to do it here. Maybe I'll work on some 3DO stuff too. I'll work on anything, CPC, 3DO. Those are just grab random. I might be searching codes. So I just do it for myself. I don't know if it's interesting to anyone. And it's weird because I'm gonna rant about this. Because technically this is like Opticode, which I stopped doing. But those are 2 hours, 3 hours, one is 1 hour and something. I was thinking to make it half an hour, but half an hour is not enough. I mean, now I'm talking, it's already 15 minutes in. It's gonna be 1 hour, and maybe at some point I'll have to search some other. Ah yeah, PlayStation 3 Ambient Jungle Mix. Maybe things like that. I tend in my channel to not know where to go, do this opti-ransomy, optimosophy, opticode, it's all junk, it's all things that are... But sometimes some people might watch parts, some people... It doesn't matter, I don't do it. I know it's not made for watching long. It's gonna be long, whoever wants to watch or maybe watch part of it. So what is OptiChill? Is it Opticode? No, I guess no. It's like Opticode, it's like a spin-off of Opticode. And now we're gonna continue. And it's gonna be random like that. If I stop talking, maybe I'll get into the mood. So now, in the future, I'm gonna have a draw quad. I'll tell you why. If I want to try this with quads now it's with triangles, but the num points are not passed. I will make a draw, the draw quad to draw two triangles for now, so that I see if the structures work. And in the future I want to make a draw individual quad. If my mesh consists of quads and not triangles, or it might be triangles and quads. Now, I have a system here which I will replace, where I'm getting this render poly data. The way it works, who's calling render polygons? The main engine. So it's gonna do transform and render objects. It's gonna do the transformations and then render. Now I had a thing where every object has its own polygon. I might change that because it's confusing. In the other example I have keys to switch between render types, points, lines and polygons, so that I can display the whole scene with wireframe only points. Might not be necessary. And I have something that if the object says I want to be wireframe, it's gonna lock it, so I'm gonna change that. I might not do that. If I say I want to be Guro only in my object, and I have some controls to go to other Guro texture points, it's gonna say you cannot go over Guro for this object. You can change the global settings. You can go down but not up. But I'm comparing enums, and I might have different kind of things in enums, so it's not ideal. I might change that. But anyway, the thing is, I diverted. And I'm gonna pass this. And I have the same global thing about the data. So the mesh, I might have a mesh. I realize that I will need to have polygon data, line data, because I might have individual colors for my lines, individual colors for the poly. If it's flat shaded, it has RGB. That can be also colorizing the texture. It's like the ambient color in a sense. And I think I only use this for the flat polygons now. Now this will be multiplied by the light, the lighting, the flat shaded lighting. goes from full dark to full bright multiplied by the RGB values, so that I have color polygons. Now this is new, the number, and this normal I moved it. I had the normal array here for the polygons separately. The polygon, the vertex normals are here, and they are as many as the vertices number, but the polygon data are as many as the polygons number. And these were local for every mesh, but the thing is, the way it goes, at some point I have to get the local data from the object and change the color, change the base color based on the rotate the normals, do calculate vertex light, calculate polygon lighting if it's flat. So the calculate polygon lighting, the destination will be the render poly data. From the mesh poly data, I get the normal multiply with the light. This is a vector and these are operators, so this is a dot product. I was doing things like that and then multiply with the RGB of the polygon. But I'm storing this on the destination, and these are global. This is the global scene. And that's a big number. This is a bit dodgy with memory, but okay. Because the idea is I might have a lot of polygons in the scene. This is holding the global polygons, and this one is holding the global points. And the screen points have also the vertex, the rotated normals for some cases. Because I don't want to disrupt the original vertices, the original normals. I want this to be static in the mesh. Do the transformation and store them final to this global stuff, and send those one for rendering. Tell them this is your render policy and screen point, and this is the number of. But the final things to render are here and not in the mesh. And that worked well, but the thing is now, the vertex is not just a vector, the vertex is something that holds x, y, z, x, s and y, s is the screen coordinates, RGB color, and this was for Guru, okay, UV and Guru for the environment mapping, if the point is outside or inside. Anyway, I'm describing a lot. I'm wondering if I could make a chill code where I just code and don't talk then. I'm still conflicted about that. It's a bit disruptive to know that I'm recording myself. Because if I wasn't, I would just lay back and code something. I'm explaining the things instead of working with the things. Anyway, so the thing is, because I've done it like this, when I'm generating the mesh, I'm gonna change that, by the way, because it doesn't work very well right now. Now that's not a good function. So I used to set up some initial values, and I added this one. And this is the poly data of the mesh. That's not how I want to do it in the future. Whenever I generate this thing, and I also load in here. Okay, this is where I load. I say add indexed triangle. In the future I might have add indexed quad, for example, where I can give 4 points or something. I should make it then when I call this the number, the poly data are updated too. And this is not very well, and I had other thoughts about design. The whole engine started from C, but now I'm on C++ project, and maybe I'll consider. So every time I generate something, I will call the reset generate green may reset those pointers. And I have current poly index pointer and current line index pointer, and this would be set to the pointer in the mesh, to the starting pointer. And then every time I say add index triangle and so on and that line, I will add the points and increase and go to the next indices. I'm gonna definitely have an indexed quote, for example. Time to write our first line of code. Very trivial. And what should have done here, but I haven't done it yet. I should add in the poly data, whenever I add a triangle, I should add that these are 3 points. And I had other thoughts in the cafeteria. And the thing I'm doing here, this would be very nice if things like that. I'm just go more C style pointers. And I need to decide that if it was vectors or something. No. And I had my reservation to avoid using later C++ feature. Also vector is all, but I think vector is okay. I want to see the performance. I might probably need to do this vector reserve so that every push is not a new allocation, and I might need to see the push and emplace back. So that was a consideration I have, like why I'm not modernizing some things for a while. I used operators recently, it was very nice. I used very few templates, it's just that I don't want to move away too much. Now, I don't use classes anymore, I use structures classes. And then I go and create constructor, because I like to say mesh, this mesh equals new mesh, this instead of calling malloc. So maybe I could use the good stuff from C++, but and it's a dilemma, like, is there a point to make these things a class unless I have hierarchies? But I'm not gonna have hierarchies, because what's the difference? The basic things I like in class, which you can do in structs, is that I can have a constructor and a destructor. I can have a destructor, I don't have yet. For example, where is it? I don't have it here. Oh, no, I must have it. Math vector. This is just a header file. I went for that, struct, but with operators. And when I did this, it was very beautiful. Because a lot of things became very compact. But previously I was avoiding it again. That's a bit of junk, man. Numbers, magic numbers. What was I trying to do here? Threedio was my own binary mesh storage from very old times. But later I made a different version of it. Some of the early ones, maybe the bit, maybe the cow, were using 16-bit numbers for indices, for also for vertices. Maybe for vertices, maybe. I wanted to make it short and I scaled down the coordinates. But I think and it was even fixed point integers or something like that, or regular integer that I scale. One of the two I don't remember, but I think the bunny big and the armadillo, which are huge, I realized I needed bigger numbers. So many points. And the data is different, and I had a way from the data to know if I never had a header that tells you this is the new version of my file and this is the old. I just knew that if I got some data for number of points, line and polygon and so on. These are still short, unsigned short, unsigned short. So I had some kind of calculation with this value that tells me if something comes like something. The file size, yeah, okay. So if those numbers for number of points, number of lines, so on. Yeah, those were the 16-bit. So if the values for number of points, lines and points together multiplied by the number of polygons, indices, if the file size, if they match the file size, it must be the old version, else there is the new version. It's funny. And I also, because I found those files much later and I realized, my god, I have two versions. I tried to load some of the stuff and it crashed because I was storing things different. And somewhere I also load the PLGs and it might not be entirely complete. Also for this engine I have a goal to not have all this loader PLGs and radio, but to create a new format, maybe my own format, that is stable. It's structured in one way, and have another application that I will write another tool that will use this code to load various formats and extract in my own format. So in my main engine, if I make a game or something, I'm gonna use one thing. I'll think about it. So many plans. Anyway, I diverted again. God, what did I want to do? Okay, the thing is that this thing... Oh, why is it building? I'm not passing the points. And this was my global thing. And all of this, calculate vertex sliding, polyline, is gonna screen points, it's gonna store in the destination the screen points for rendering. And it's gonna read from the mesh, the vertices, the normals, do calculations. Poly lighting. The fake environment mapping, it's gonna... It doesn't even read the UV coordinates from the object, because it's gonna distort based on the view and store the destination UVs. But at some point, when my first texture map stuff was always just okay, just scroll a texture so that I could see it. But I didn't even have regular texture code until I added later and I realized, oh my god, I need to pass them somehow. So this is a bit dumb and I changed it. Every time I render, I call update vertex to see if there is texture mapping. It's gonna go. Where is it? If there is environment mapping, just update it. Else, you have to grab now the original mesh text coordinates on the source, get them. Now, because that's a vec2 here, it's an xy instead of uv, it's the same. Those are floats, and pass them to the destination. So it's just a copy, but in my current engine I don't do this copy anymore. I prepare them once in the global array and I have some offset for the objects. Previously, even the static stuff where the UVs don't change, I was copying the things all the time. Now, I added this one where... Oh yes! I don't like that I have to do that, but because I did this distinction, in this case I could just read the source num points. I don't have to update. This will not change. I have to think about that. Anyway, I wasn't passing it. Oh, it still doesn't. Dude. Even that's not set. Why? It should be simple. Oops, the most more poly data. Yeah, we're not gonna find it like this. Ah yeah, it was the thing I was saying about. Now why can I not find it? I will have to add here. Maybe I'll do it now. Some of this code is junk. Now, the thing is, I'm generating what? I'm generating one thing. A grid, however, the width is 0 and 0. No, it's 1. And it becomes a quad. This is the one that makes grids with several quads, which right now are triangles. 2 triangles per quad, and that's what I plan to change. I also found a bug with the lines. I need to see, or maybe I didn't. I could even do it here for this one. Because I'm iterating through the poly data and doing stuff. Okay, that was one poly data. Now. Oh, okay, no. I wanted to skip something here. This is very stupid. This is gonna be refactored, this whole thing. This was supposed to go there. I do that because sometimes I was doing this checkerboard thing where I have changed that one in the. And you're supposed to call that, and I will also set the number to something default, like a default value. This is bad. Okay, yeah. This is the old code where I was hacking things anyway. And I said to do, and because some of the generation I was testing stuff, I say in the stars I was setting random star color, but then if I call this, it was gonna init all the stuff to default. I should take this one and put it up, but I know why I didn't. Like here, because I haven't initted the mesh here, and I need it for every object. If it's a cube, new mesh, number of vertices, line, triangles, quads. So I have to do it after. I have to put it before here, and then so do some default initialization of the data, and then if you want go, and I was doing the checkerboard thing which was changing the colors, which I don't need now. Anyway, it is bad, but now I will do it specifically, and that's it. And I think I've cleaned up this code in the new project. Just do it here. I know I'm working with triangles right now. You even see it here, n plus 3, polyindex n plus 1, n plus 2, 3, 4, 5, n plus equal. It's 2 triangles per quad. I don't mind fixing this code now because. Okay, finally, but I see one triangle now. Where is the other triangle? Oh, I know. Yeah. Right. I'm not moving to the next poly data. Even that is wrong here. How did this work? I didn't move. Oh, I know, I changed it. I used to do this polydata k++, but here for reason I remove it, and I just get the. All I forgot to do was am I doing the same thing here? These normals are irrelevant, man. This is all code. X, Y, scale, CC, 0, C1. That's the same, dude. I'm still using N here. I don't need to fix this. because I might have removed a lot of that stuff and rewrote it in the new engine. And that was the old fork I just needed for. It seems unless that I'm doing the same thing. Okay, here we are. And I put this because I was trying to extract left to right edges, and that should be simple. And left to right UVs, but because this was split in two triangles, I had to find the min and max, and that should be easy, but something went last time and I just quit. And if I rotate it another way, because of the winding, something happens. And I get some zeros. And I don't need to do that anymore. Now, I've made some changes in this one that are better some things are better for the new engine. Commit. My commit messages are very descriptive. Huge. The most amazing commit messages. Now I clean up this scene. I have a mess and a knobs. It's funny. I was gonna test it, but I can still test it. So what about that's also something I want to fix, the way I'm passing the mesh generated stuff, because I have different mesh generated stuff. Let's make something 16 by 16. Let's see if it doesn't break. It does break. God damn it. Texture. I'm loading some. Why texture? I might have made a mistake. That's the mesh generation. What is your problem? Ah, that's beautiful. And why does it crash in texture and not anything else? Oh my god. Maybe it overrides something. I have 10 minutes. I'm going to upload it. Is it there, right? Okay, I see. At least that doesn't crash. I don't get anything, of course. Yeah, now this means that when we pass this, we go over. This is 2 and 2. Maybe we miscalculated this. Vertex is number 9. 3 by 3. That makes sense. Triangle is num 8. 4 quads by 2. Line is number 8. 12. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that makes sense. And we pass. This new mesh now is different. Vector is number, line is number, triangle is number. And we say that we don't want quad. I don't know where we messed this up. Maybe here. Most probably here. Oh yes, I see it. I'm such an idiot. I had polydata plus plus and polydata plus plus. Oh my god. What were you thinking? Yeah. Funny when you get the crash, you get it. You know, sometimes even in the main engines, I get some rare crashes. And I was watching I forgot his name. I was watching this guy and he mentioned maybe I should watch this one. This is the one I haven't watched. He mentioned some program for Windows to make things more easily to crash, because I might be overriding, reading or writing at places out of bound, but it happens to not crash. I might have some memory leaks or something, and this happens with both this project, the ones that start growing bigger, this one and the Bizarro engine on 3DO, which is now the PC port. Here sometimes I run it and I get random crashes and it says, oh, it crashed in texture, it crashed, it tells me it crashed on SDL key mouse, and I'm like, what does that even have to do? But it's very random rare crashes, which means something is corrupting something else. I just don't know. You can just put a, I get a crash even in debug, I try to break and the call stack is in an irrelevant place, and I'm like, where is the problem happening? So I might have things like that. And maybe I should do this thing, I should try to find those out, because they are rare crashes. Because somewhere I'm doing something wrong, similar to that where I was overriding and it crashed on texture for some reason. Ah, because it overrid the texture or something. So finally, do I see distortion? Oh, do you see the distortion? This is the affine mapping. It's funny. This is the PlayStation distortion because I'm doing affine mapping. Now there is something I want to do. And that's another reason I decided to try the quad. That's funny. And the thing I want to do is, and maybe I'll finish the video with that, just explain. I had various reasons why I started. I decided to add these numpoints and support both quads and triangles. I haven't written the quad rasterizer yet, but it should be easy. And one of the reasons is, I might make it to still in affine mapping to have less distortion, to be more like the 3DO style. But I'm not gonna use the 3DO renderer. But it's the 3DO is, you don't have the triangle distortions, but it's still not perspective correct, the 3DO. But you don't have this triangle distortion. You might have a different distortion on depth or. And of course, if you subdivide a lot, it's harder to see. Anyway, now I subdivided. In my other example, I made a big floor and I subdivided. In my, and I even subdivided something huge, which is not needed. And now the division looks like quad, but that's because the line indices are drawing only the edges. I don't do everything with the line indices here. Normally these are triangles and not quads. There are so many. Oh, that's the size. I have some crazy 256 by 256 grid, which is an overkill, but it helped to reduce two minutes. Because now this is so massively subdivided, but it's very big also. Oh, what the? Oh, it's dying. What? It is dying. Oh boy, I have to stop this. It shouldn't go that slow. That is interesting now. Oh. First time I see this. I might be doing something wrong. Is it possible that I render this big thing 64 times on top of each other? Even when I look away. Why is this happening? Oh my god, I have to fix so many things. Yeah, it's... That shouldn't be happening. In my other project, might have to finish here. That means I might have finished, but in my other project I also have the floor. And see how detailed it is. It is the same. And I need to avoid that. You don't see the distortion anymore. But now if I make it, something is going off and I might be generating a raw mess and rendering too many codes on top of each other. I don't know. I'll see. Oh, and see the random crash I was talking about. That's a random thing. I need to do the thing Eskil said. And so many things. I want to post that to there because here I might like the mesh structure I did on the other side. Here I'm only having poly indices, it's all triangles. And I'm passing indices num, lines indices num. I'm on the other side I'm multiplying my polygons by 3. While here I'm passing the lines num, polygons num, no, the triangles num, quads number, and let it calculate the indices. Okay, and so there are some things I want to pass in the new one, new project, and there are something I want to pass on the old one because this whole thing I was saying about my time is over, guys. I'll finish that. And I have this global screen point data, a render poly data. I even changed that. No, it goes like that. Which I pass and updates. I made it so that I will prepare the mesh. If the mesh is static and it doesn't do environment mapping, and I have UVs that are static, and color data that are static. Instead, I think I had it got more complicated. In the object 3D, which is it has the mesh pointer position rotation, I have offsets to the global. So I could initialize and prepare screen element data, prepare screen point, prepare render poly, which will go to the offset. So every object, and you have 16 million total elements. I have this thing, so when I initialize a mesh and add it to the screen, I think when I add an object to the world, it's a bit janky, maybe it's not the best, but it works well. I will preload the static data to those global arrays, and every object has its unique place. It's some big memory arena for that stuff in a way. If I clean up the object from the scene, everything will go to 0, and I'll start occupying this from the beginning. And only the objects that want to alter those, they will get the offset and do alterations. So most of the objects with static UV, static color, static textures. So this is something I need to pass to the other one. And I'm not gonna maintain both. I didn't want to maintain this. But I'm going to pass from the other one so that I pass this. But man, I have to find this one. Anyways guys. I need to find this. Why is it going? This is horrible, man. And look what I did for this with my YouTube stuff, frame generator and so on. I did this chill code screen, which I ran it from here, so that when I start the show, it's junk, it's gonna be funky plasma LSD chill. I'm feeling the chill, man. Yeah, that's it, guys. I need to fix that stuff, and I will try to do short things like that 2 or 3 times a week besides my regular. With no plans, just maybe I'll work on this engine, maybe I'll do some 3DO. I need to go back to the Bizarro underground and try to do something there. It's gonna be like that, unedited. Just keep it, I'm over 1 hour now, but keep it like that, don't make it 2 hours, 3 hours. When the timer is over, you kinda have to stop. And I'm already over. Bye!